galactic civil war spreads across the sun. From the heights of Coruscant to fiery Mustafar, to fight the evil empire, for people join the fray. These are the heroes of the Hydian Way.
Welcome to Heroes of the Hydian Way. This is a Star Wars actual play podcast, and we're playing in Edge Studios' Age of Rebellion system. This is Arc 2, Episode 8 of The Hard Road. I'm Ben, and I'm the GM for this adventure. I am using they-them pronouns.
I'm Erica Goodwitch. I use she-her pronouns, and I'm playing Norrin Gremian, they-them engineer scientist.
I'm Zach. I use they-them pronouns. I'll play as Shin Chasen. Use he-him pronouns, infiltrator, interrogator.
And I'm Henry. I use she-they pronouns, and I'll be playing Isacel An, who uses she-her pronouns, and she's the ship pilot and captain.
First, since no one has used a Destiny point since we started last session, we have 2 light side and 1 dark side point still.
I wrote 3 dark side. What the heck? Why would I do that? 2 light side, 3 dark side. I was like, wow, what?
Yeah, I don't remember y'all using any.
No, we didn't use it.
Yep. And now it is time for... Wait, who's asking the question?
I'll ask the question.
Now it is time to get one hero to ask the others a question. And today it is Shen's turn. Dun dun dun.
I like to imagine everyone's kind of in like the galley area, like it's a mealtime. It's probably late in the day. Shen has a bowl of scrambled eggs. So, this is all fun and everything, but what's the end look like for you guys? You retire? You're gonna do this till you die? Like, you have some plans for when this is all over? I know I have this great. I want to go to a beach. I thought beach planet, resort planet, wherever. And I'm just gonna cruise, get off my paws a little bit, take my shoes off. That'd be nice.
That does sound very nice, Shen. It sounds very you. But honestly, I'll probably be working till the day I die, because once this is done, and if I can get the connections I need and the funds that I want, I actually wanted to set a transport line that worked for lower income people to go from planet to planet. There's a lot of people that don't get to travel the stars.
That's true.
Yeah, I guess the same thing. I don't think age is ever going to stop me from coming up with ideas, and I've got a fairly decently long life ahead of me. As Mary Allen's live quite a bit. I don't know. I could go into retirement and then come out of retirement again and then go into again. The future is a nebulous and unknowable thing.
Yeah, I hear you. I've retired twice already, technically. So, yeah, I like to think that there's an end, but I mean, there's things I need done still. But there's hope, There's one day I don't need to do anything. Maybe. Well, I'll leave you to your eggs. He tips his spoon like he's tipping his hat. Yeah, that's right. I said spoon with his bowl of eggs. Say something.
I'm not judging. And to end that question, Isacel looks over the door and goes, if you're always working, you can always find me to work with. It'll be a long-term adventure.
Yeah, we'll see.
The camera picks up, and it slowly pans down from a star field down. You see off in the long distance a basketball-sized swirly orange ball that you can see the bands of cloud on it. that's Bespin way, way, way off in the distance. It comes down more, and off to the right-hand side, you can see a bunch of relatively close ships that are all destroyed. There's at least 3 CIS ones and 1 Republic one that are trashed. And there's smaller bits and pieces of Flotsam? Yes, Flotsam, just sort of floating around there. The camera continues down, and then you see the Codfather attached to the soaring Bantha. And they're just slowly inching along. The engines on both are currently lit. You can see a bit of activity in the different windows, and it looks like there's definitely a hive of activity going on. Even a few people going from the Codfather's Bay Pod over to the soaring Bantha, the giant Starseeder ship. Camera then pulls down and morphs through the docking tube and goes over into the pod, turns a corner, and there you see a half circle around a Bacta pod. You see the crew of the Codfather with Kidra in a Bacta pod that's with the breath mask on and just full of Bacta as she is bobbing there. And yeah, you can see Hookman as the 4 M droids and Shin, Izazel, and Norin there.
I mean, her vitals are stable. Skull definitely has a concussion. I don't know. We just try to let her rest it out a bit. She'll be fine, most likely. You think her dreams are terrifying?
For you.
I mean, like, she's awesome, but like, she loves to shoot stuff, and it's just like, does she dream about it? I don't know. We'll have to ask her when she wakes up. Yeah, I mean, vitals are good, but we just got to let her sleep it off, I guess.
Norin's got that purplish tinge again. And they sort of have the data pad with the readings of Kitra's vitals and everything in their hands, and they're just going over it, and they're just like thinking to themselves of making the contingencies on what to happen if they or Izazel is not on the ship in the future.
I want to sprinkle something into something into the tank
Mm.
to assist the process of healing rapidly.
Okay.
I'm not. Nobody else is gonna know what it is, but I like. It's some sort of like mild stimulant or something. But he's definitely not gonna tell anybody what it is if they see him do it. And I was wondering if I should make a stealth check or something.
Okay, that works. That does work. I will go with what is Izazel's perception?
Would this be stealth or skullduggery?
I would go with either, to be honest.
See, my problem is my stealth is like scary good, and I don't know how much of that would the suit would actually help me in doing what I'm doing. But skullduggery is kind of like sleight of hand,
Yeah,
and while it's not as good, I think it fits the narrative better.
I mean, that is absolutely fair. I am somewhat looking at it as
I mean, neither one are terrible, but one is definitely better than the other. So.
either Norn or Izazel have a perception better than one yellow, one green.
2 yellows, actually.
All right. So that is what you're going against.
2 reds.
2 reds. On
Okay.
account of you beat the droids.
A success and a threat. Yeah,
Nice.
I specifically wait till I see Norin look down at her data pad and kind of like, oh, little step ladder. Back down real quick. Do what you will with my threat.
There's cameras.
Because it is Izazel, it's her perception that's doing this. I'm really thinking that just at the very end of it, eyes lock.
as the whatever that's in the vial is going back into like my Hawaiian shirt secret inside pocket, like, oh.
Yep.
Hey, Captain.
Isasel just like looks at Shen, just sighs a little bit, looks at Norin, and just goes, "Okay, Norin, what's next on our itinerary?"
Everybody's good health is in my best interest. Or whatever. I'm trying. I want everyone to be good and healthy. Okay, I'm not doing anything to hurt anybody.
And why do you feel the need to make that clear?
I don't know. I got a weird look, and I'm the medical guy. I don't know.
Yeah, we need to talk about how you got your medical certifications, because there was some very strange insinuations made back on the other ship in regards to the Imperial engineer who's just wandering around now.
Well, all I can say is good luck. I don't even think I could find any records like that. Not that they wouldn't exist or that the training isn't there. I just, if you find them, give me a copy so I can use them on my next resume. So, but I promise you, I have training in this field. I'm good at keeping people alive. Listen, I have
Still
skills.
don't have good feelings here.
Skills.
Wait a minute. I need to ask the general question of us.
Maybe we should go get some calf.
Let's get some calf over this conversation. Do any of us actually have like documentation over, you know, our general skills? Because I don't have a license.
Yes.
Well, look at you with your paperwork. Who
Wait.
knows? That could be forged. Flimsy work.
Wait, you have a degree?
I went to the University of Coruscant.
Oh, look at you with all your cool Coruscant skills.
No, but honestly, was it nice? Like, I've heard nice things of it.
Yeah, how was the food?
It was pretty decent. It was filled a little too much with Imperial officers.
Gross.
They're kind of snooty,
Yeah.
but otherwise, yeah, prestigious.
How was the dining hall?
Top notch, but I didn't eat there a lot. The meal ticket was expensive,
Oh, you paid separately for that?
or meal plan was expensive.
Gross. Okay. Wow.
Okay, could we go on a vacation when we had some free time to Coruscant?
I'd
I
rather
can't
not.
Go to Coruscant.
Never mind, no Coruscant.
At the same time, both of us, no.
Wait, why can't either of you go to Coruscant?
No, I can. I just would rather not.
Okay, I got
I mean,
that.
I'm physically capable of doing it. I just can't.
If I were to go, then, well, you see, they've got hunter packs for us if we step into any major Imperial facilities. And
What?
they seem to like scanning people who get off of the ships.
So they scan people and they come up. Well, if that person has no records.
Then they have to talk to officials.
We need to get you a falsified biochip.
That we must do. Guess
I
I'm not
know
going to
some
Coruscant
people.
anytime soon.
Don't worry.
You know,
Huh?
I'm not gonna question.
I just don't want to run into anyone who's going to ask me questions about what I'm doing nowadays. But okay.
You're saving people's lives.
Are you ashamed of us?
No, I
I'm kidding, Norin.
am not ashamed at all. This just isn't where anyone would have projected me to be when I graduated.
Adventuring across the galaxy.
Cool stuff out in space, yeah.
I was blacklisted. Okay, we don't need to get into it. Let's just move on. Let's just move on.
We have a lot more in common than you think.
Oh,
That does not
Polisher.
comfort me.
Oh no, it's okay. We're like an even tighter bond. Like we're even better friends now. And we don't even have to tell each other about it, right?
You know what? We'll let it go. Let's figure out what are we doing next, because we have repairs and hurt people that we need to take care of.
Oh yeah, they're mostly taken care of. We did some work before the stuff happened. Most everyone's on the mend. We have some 3 or 4 critical injuries, but nothing like life-threatening, just like extra attention. These droids are awesome.
Okay. So, first things we gotta figure out. How are we going to deal with the hyperdrive engine there? We may have burned out the backup. I'm not 100% sure yet.
Well, there are ships of a similar size to the flying bantha, soaring bantha in the in that debris field. Maybe one of them has an intact hyperdrive that we could liberate.
This is true. This is true.
It's salvage at this point. It's totally legal. Just
You know what? If you want, I have an idea. We can park the pod here, and while they finish up taking care of the people and Kija, we fly this ship up there, and we see what we can pick up. I mean, there's also taking the pod with us. Nah, just take the pod with us.
The medical pod?
I mean, I'm sure we could drop the mag feet so it can rest on the hull of this ship. It might be tricky getting it all docked back up at the end. But,
Oh, that's true. I don't know if I want to go to that work. Let's just take it with us.
okay, try not to do anything too crazy, Captain. We have a lot of people in stretchers back there. They're strapped in, but, I mean, they're still like syringes and scalpels. All sorts of sharp things.
Okay, let's start with strapping all the sharp things down.
Most of the sharp things are attached to droids.
Yeah, they don't exactly go away. It's like walking into Edward Scissorhands. It's just,
Okay, we need to put some, safety nubs on the ends of those. That just sounds dangerous.
chainmail, oven mitts, I don't know.
We're gonna fly the ship over there and see what we can scavenge.
Norrin, what you planning on doing with that solar array?
I'm not planning on doing anything. Yet. Aziz, however, might have some plan. I don't know. Whether he kept saying something about it as a trophy. Perhaps we'll find some practical use for it. I don't know. It's out of sight, out of mind currently.
We'll have some words with that one. Okay.
Issa tells her to go up to the bridge so she could page the second lieutenant and just let him know what they're about to do. Just like, okay, let's start preparing everyone who doesn't need to be on the ship to exit. And anyone who wants to go with us, to go with us. Most of them should stay on the main ship, though. They need to start fixing that. They had boards that just exploded for no reason.
Maybe we should have Hookhand come with us. Because as a clone, he probably knows where to find how to navigate Venators?
Venators, yes.
Or is that a generalization?
We can ask him.
He hasn't exactly said one way or the other at this point. I think the only thing that he said so far has been that he was part of logistics at the end of the Clone Wars, and things that happened right at the end had him get out. Something about a half load of a freighter being demagnetized over Sereno being the last straw.
Okay, well, Norrin's off to ask Hookhands for
It's Hook, man. Why do you keep calling it that?
It's spread.
Captain, look what you've done.
He might as well just change his name to Hookman at this point.
Hookman.
Hookhand. Whatever we're doing.
He's like a superhero. Hookman. Da-da-da-da-da-da. You know.
Listen, I am under a lot of stress. There has been a lot of things that have happened in the past couple of hours that are just
And 2 people almost died.
not okay. Probably gonna have to talk to my therapist about. But anyway, Hook Man.
How is your therapist, by the way? They do good work?
Yeah. What is it, First Officer Nolan?
I was wondering if you knew your way around those kind of ships, specifically where we might find their hyperdrives or backup hyperdrives.
I did do a bit of logistics works on a Veneta like that one out there, but that was after some more forward-based action. Yeah, I do have a bit of experience in dealing with both the Republic, I guess you'd call them Imperial now, with those bucket heads, and also with some of the Clanka fab, such as the Munificent and the Recusant over there. Yeah, those Recusant never break nicely. It's always on the spine.
Well, you know their names. At least that's more than I do.
The Republic ships might have signs.
Well, how do you feel about going out into the field?
Field trip, Hookman!
If y'all need me to go, I'll go. But normally I'm just here dealing with the cargo and moving things around and keeping the engines spinning. But if you need me to go, sounds like it's a bigger engine than we need to deal with.
Yeah, we'll probably need to bring A1 to carry it as well.
Right.
Okay, well,
Oh, what kind of... Should I go turtleneck or tropical? What do you think?
Bring the
No
tactical
comment.
neck.
Tactical turtleneck it is. Yes. Shin runs off. Comes back, pulling it over his head. All right, let's do it.
I'm assuming we're going to go over in suits, since all of these ships here are abandoned.
Most definitely.
Why did I even change?
I mean, let me run some scans on them first, and Norn's gonna go up to the bridge and start doing all of the beep boops, bop 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 boops to scan the various ships for their power, their life cycles, like things like that. And you know what? Just for kicks, life signs. Maybe
All
there's
right.
some Minox, like a nest of Minox that we don't want to disturb in there. Who knows?
Yes, more Minox. Okay, so let's go with... So that'd definitely be computers check. That is going to be... there's so much debris there that it's going to be kind of hard to narrow anything down, so I'm figuring that that's going to be a red and a purple for normal, and then the debris is going to add 2 setbacks to it.
What can I agree a boost die for? I got nothing. Wait. Can the Triumph from earlier be applied to any sort of boost die with this check? I know the Triumph was basically like, we will be able to find useful salvage.
Also, I mean, if these haven't been operating for a long time, they should be cold. So if you're doing scans for life, thermal might help as well. Would that be a boost-worthy thing? Like, using thermal scans as well?
Using that, I can definitely go with boost for y'all.
Yay!
Now I'm just going to look at my... Nope, got nothing. Okay. Roll die. 2 successes, 2 advantages.
Yay!
Yay!
The Recusant was a separatist ship that has a huge amount of firepower up front and engines at the back that make it go fast, but there's a long sort of spine in between, and that definitely is what got hit. The engines on it look to be okay, but it does look like a fair amount of damage was done to the mid of the ship, so it's kind of hard to say where things went with that. The Munificence, because there's 2 of those, well, one looks like a fair amount of damage just from a large broadside took half of a wing of it off. The ventilator, it looks like the conning tower or the towers of it are half slagged. One of the two might still be in operation, but the ship itself has taken a lot of upper structure damage. Taking a look for energy supplies, it does look like one of the Munificents, the power core on it is still in operation. It looks like it's at standby power. It doesn't look like the engines are on. Doesn't look like any of the controls and setups on it are still going, but the engines on it look like they could be brought online. That covers all 4 of those, which that would be the successes. The 2 advantages, which I'm assuming you're going for the different kinds of scanning you were doing.
Yeah.
You're not able to detect any life signs, but there's a caveat to that of the shielding around the engine and the bridge of a CIS ship is notoriously thick and causes scanners to scatter a lot. So it could be in one of those areas and it just isn't known. The blast shields on all the bridges on the CIS ships are in place, so you can't see in. Without the blast shields, the CIS stuff have amazing bridges where it's just glass. Then they go into combat and shutters slip over all of it. It's really hard to tell if there's no ship there is fully crewed. It doesn't look like there's a moderate amount. It's not like there's 100 clones or something like that on the ventilator.
God, I hope not. They'd be dead.
You hope.
If there's like 1 or 2 people kicking around, you'd never really know. The scanners, they can't get that much accuracy, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Because of all the debris, because of the shielding and that on the CIS stuff, if there's 1 or 2, you'd never be able to tell. If there's a lot, you'd be able to tell. There is a Minoc pod, and it seems to be around the engine section of the Recusant destroyer. It seems like they've taken a shine to the top of the 3 engines of the engine section because they're in a triangle, and we'll go with the top one. There's a colony of Minocs there. Over the sort of smoothed clamshell portions of the CIS ships on all 3, they seem to have a painted over, like the normal giant hexagon that's there is looks to be a Hark, the spider people from the Clone Wars, where they've got 2 legs and 6 arms and the spider head with really bushy mandibles that look kind of like a beard. And it looks like one of those spread out human glyphs where you can see a spread out Hark over the hexagon of the CIS.
When you say spread out, do you mean like Leonardo da Vinci's drawings of...
Yes, that's exactly what I'm meaning.
Okay, so it's all the arms like splayed out, up and down and out?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Oh boy. Okay.
Lauren, are you coming?
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm taking all of that data and putting it into my data pad so that I can access it. So that way I know if we're getting really close to the Minocs, to at least be aware of that. Because, honestly, anywhere that they are, we probably should go.
Were you in the refresher? What took you so long?
I was scanning the ships.
Oh, good job, Nodin.
Oh.
What did you find?
There's a Minoc nest in this area of the ship where there's also still power on, so on and so forth. I found out a lot, and we should probably go to these areas. Narrow down our salvaging. But yes, definitely wear suits.
Then think it's safer to maybe go for one that's not on and possibly housing personnel of some sort?
Why would it be housing personnel?
I mean, why would it be on? Well, I guess it was mid-battle, huh? I have a bad feeling about this. I don't like Minox. They're gross. Oh, so gross. All right, fine.
So, Norin, I think you're right. We should go near the close to those Minoxan engines, because even if it's a little bit of power, if there's the chance that its hyperdrive is still going, we should check it out. And it's our first clue. Also, Shen, do you want to go through an entire ship trying to find a hyperdrive?
Possibly full of dead bodies. Dead, big, giant spider people bodies.
Dead things don't bother me so much, and...
Wait, spider people? Did spider people fight in the war?
Yeah, there was like an admiral.
And on the side of one of the CIS ships is a big old glyph.
Just trying to remind myself. Was the glyph on the one that had the engine that was still kind of on?
Actually, small tiny bit of correction. All CIS ones have the glyph.
Oh, okay. Okay, makes sense. So she's just right there. Okay.
Honestly, I can't really blame them for choosing to side with the Confederacy, given their general treatment in most areas of the Republic.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Republic was cool and all, but they didn't really do a lot for the people out in the fringe.
Well, then I guess that's the first place we're gonna go. I wasn't expecting this to become a sad conversation.
I really wish our sharpshooter could. Man, I wonder if that stuff started working yet. I calmed down to the medbay, to the droids. Hey, how's Kidra doing?
The individual that you have placed into our care is proceeding along standard recovery protocols. We do expect a resumption of consciousness in 24 hours or less. The organic body is a bit mysterious still.
All right, well, if she wakes up, please contact us right away.
Absolutely.
You're the best. Click.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Shen, I have a plan and it involves you.
What?
Okay, I have an idea with everything we're seeing. We fly the ship close by, near those engines, and we try to find a spot with a fractured hull that we can climb through. There was a big battle. There's probably holes or broken sections of the hull somewhere.
You just want to jump off stuff.
And then we're gonna jump in.
See, I knew it. You just want to jump. Yeah. Okay. All right. No, it's fine. It's fine. We're good.
Yeah.
Ooh. I'm gonna spend a light side point. I attached little rockets for directional movement to the boots of the flight suits.
Whoa, we're like Mega Man.
Yeah.
We're like Astro Boy.
We're like Star-Lord. Anyway.
Who? All the other ones land. Who?
I love it. Isa says also Norin, do you have little not tracers, what would they be called? Things that keep track of where we are. Beacons.
Yes.
So that way you always know where I am.
Oh, great.
And Shen and Hookman.
Oh, I'm turning mine off until I need it.
Isa looks over Shen, just expects I was surprised if he was taking one at all.
Well, I mean, I'll be nice. Besides, if I do get lost, I will push that button right away.
If you want to make a computer's check to override yours to turn it off.
What? You didn't put an off switch? What if we're being tracked?
What if you get knocked out before you turn it on?
Well, then that's my fault.
Okay. I'm going with there's absolutely a bunch of beacons that return to this.
Yes, like on Alien. It's so loud. All right, well, who's carrying that? Hookman?
Well, I was hoping Hookman would stay on here and radio us back. And if something happens to us, Hookman, Norin, and hopefully Keidra, if she wakes up, can come save us.
Wait. Who's going on this jump?
Wait, me and you.
And Hookman and Norin.
Not that Norin needs to fly the ship. Aziz needs to be her backup. And Hookman...
Please.
Oh, there is one more. And I look out around, down the hall towards the giant droid we're going to be taking with us. There's A1.
Don't worry, I'll be able to see everything that's going on through A1.
Oh, great. I feel so much better. I'm sorry, I shouldn't snap at you. I just anxious.
Don't worry. Shen, the worst thing that can happen to us is we die, and at that point, we don't care anymore.
You just throw me, because I won't be able to jump. You're just going to have to throw me, and then I'll do the boot thing. My legs will not let me jump out of this ship.
Oh, don't worry. I'll get you off the ship. Let's get the ship close and then get ready. All right, someone prep L185.
I think they're good.
Norn?
Yeah?
Let's fly the ship.
Okay.
And then we're going to try to get close to, like, a big hole somewhere near the engine.
Okay. What speed are you going at? Like, full out?
Oh,
Rather
no.
cautious?
Look, I've learned my lesson. We're going cautious.
Lies.
Let's see. Difficulty on that is going to be 1 red, 2 purple. Handling gives you -2, which is 2 setback. Then I'm figuring for the amount of other... Actually, no. For the amount of other crud that's around it, I'm going to flip a destiny point and bump it up to 2 red, 1 purple, and 2 setback. Because it feels more difficult than setbacky.
Okay, so luckily I got 3 ranks and 3 agility, so I got 3 yellows. I'm gonna ignore those 2 setbacks for my abilities, like specific. What was it? Skill jockey. That's the word. And since Norin's my backup, do I get a boost die?
Yeah.
Yay!
You're welcome.
Let's get to. Oh, I have to select the character. I'll roll as Norin.
Hey, look at there.
Oh wow!
Huh.
3 successes, 2 threats, and a triumph.
Nice.
Good job,
Captain.
Captain.
It's a team effort. Shed press the button.
Which of the ships was it that you were going to? The
one with the Minot colony on top of it.
one with the Minot colony. Okay. That one is kind of fractured. It has, like, it's got the long, spindly middle section, and I'm figuring that is where things broke. So it's kind of at a bit of an angle, and you can see a couple decks that are open to space. You're sort of pulled in about midway down the ship. It's a bit ahead of where there's the engines on towards the back, obviously, and there's the rest of the ship. Right, they just sort of stick the engines at the end of a long pole, and it's right at the base of where that pole attaches to the rest of the ship that's broken and sort of twisted to the side. So there's a couple decks open, but it's a little on the jagged side that you're over. And one of the engines to the back is where the Minot colony is.
Okay, cool, because that might be helpful to know for this triumph I'm about to make use of.
Okay.
Okay, I have an idea for the triumph. Of getting the ship kind of close on the park. Like, the shaking of the ship and this new thing being nearby, of like making the whole thing probably shake a bit, probably awakens on Minox, but since I'm going to use a triumph, they're going to feed off one of the other ships because it's like, oh, something's awoken us. Freak out. Feed. Maybe give us a little time before those things start noticing us.
Okay, I can definitely go with that. Like, sort of spooking a bat colony, and they just sort of come up in a cloud and move towards one of the other ships.
Yeah. And gives us enough time. Looks at Shen's like, okay,
Oh, there's so many Minox, Captain.
don't worry. I think we have a moment of clarity. We need to go.
Moment of clarity is me not wanting to do this.
You can do it, Shen.
Hey, thanks,
I
Lauren.
believe in you.
You know,
I do actually feel better. Thank you.
The Minox head off to the Venator Star Destroyer and seem to be heading towards the hangar bay. The hangar on the Venator isn't open, but it does look like they're heading towards the red striped doors of the Venator.
imagine being parked in there and all those come flying in at once.
No.
Okay, on that thought, let's go jump.
How do you get Shin out of the ship when you say that?
She pushes Shen because she's behind him.
What? No! And Shin's just... Thanks, Captain!
And Hookman's staying on the ship?
I thought he was leading us through.
I was wanting to confirm that.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that was the...
Actually, yeah, let's take Shen. Let's take Hookman with us.
And Norin's just piloting A1. Or not really. A1 can walk on its own. Norin's just watching through A1.
Trying to find Shin's medical licenses.
No, that's a lost cause.
It really... I bet it is.
Okay, can I get athletics rolls? Since there is a jump. I'm going to go with, for Isazel and Hookman, it's going to be just 2 purple. And for Shen, it's going to be 2 purple, 1 setback.
I feel like they should all have boost die because they have little rockets to help them control their flight.
Okay.
Yay. Oh, God, really? Flat wash.
Oh, that's funny.
Shin just slams into the ship. Ah!
Can one of you roll 2 green, a blue, and 2 purple for me? Thank you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed.
You have to go save Shin because Shin overshot.
Okay. I think I know a good one, a good use of the advantages. I know I'm failing. I'm not going in there. Oh, that's hilarious.
And Hookman, 1 success, 1 advantage.
Nice job, Hookman.
Good job, Hookman. So with the 3 advantages, could Issa fly towards Shen, grab him, and push him towards the opening, which is probably going to knock her sideways?
Okay, I can go with that, sure.
Oh, no, wait. I know how I pushed Shen. just on the comms. I'm sorry. And I put the rocket boot against
Why?
his back, aim him, and turn it on.
Oh! I trusted you.
And Hookman catches.
Thanks, buddy.
But, well, y'all really do need to have a bit more exterior experience here, it seems.
I never expected to leave the ship.
I just thought about something to roll to save herself from flying into space. That I wanted to try something since I'm floating in this air, this emptiness right now. So usually when you do a jetpack, you usually do a piloting check. Can I roll a piloting check with the rocket boots?
Yep. Absolutely.
Yay!
Awesome.
Normal difficulty on that is 1 purple, but due to the amount of jagged edges, all the debris in around, and possibly a Minoc that may not be the fastest Minoc, I'm figuring that is going to be a red and a setback.
Skilled jockey comes to save my bum in the end. Could someone roll 3 yellow and a red for me?
I will roll it.
Oh,
Yay.
okay.
Never
Nope.
mind.
Sorry.
Should I roll for A1?
Yeah, you can roll for 185.
Sweet. So yeah, Isasa, after like pushing Shen that way, it's like, oh wait a minute, these are rocket boots, and then kind of turns herself with the boots and just flies in.
Past me.
185 has a yellow and 4 green for athletics.
Damn.
Brawn.
Brawn.
What's the difficulty?
It's just going to be the 2 purple
Okay.
because they're
and
jumping just like.
I applied the 2 boost for Speaks Binary.
Okay.
Ooh. I like how you're like, I did this. Oh, by the way, as you see these dice come up, I did this thing. Yeah.
I mean, okay.
It fits, yeah. She's like,
Yeah.
she's committed the droid. That's gonna be so meta. You're gonna be able to use that for everything you do with this droid.
Uh-huh.
That's awesome.
All right. 185 lands. The CIS built these hallways in that for large droids. On the Codfather, 185 really has to sort of scrunch down, is at the sort of minimum limit of their size. On this ship, they're able to go out to their normal working size, which is a pretty good height. I'm figuring 9 feet.
Whoa.
Yeah, let's go with 9 feet. When they touch down, you can feel the vibration of them clamping with their magnets to the deck.
Shin like grips Hookman when it shakes. Oh, sorry.
Remember, Rump, they are down in this here direction. Well, it's really the only direction that we got. I mean, space is that way. So, it might be a bit interesting to get past the bulkheads here.
Don't worry, I have some ideas.
I believe our mechanical friend here is going to be able to take care of most of the issues.
And whenever he does it, pulls out the plasma cutter. I have these.
Thinking ahead, taps his suit helmet over his brow.
Isasa, wait, I've always had this though.
So how are the 4... Yeah, there's 4. How are the 4 going to be going in? Like 2 by 2, 185 towards the front, 185 towards the back. Who's ahead?
I would think the droid is in the back, right?
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
huge.
That makes sense.
Shin is not in the front.
Isasa's
Unless he's
definitely in
being
the front.
pushed.
Well, I mean, it could be Hookman too.
Hookman and Isasa in the front, just like eyeing about, just like trying to spot where to go. Because Isasa's used to being on ships, just never one like this. Just like looking around, like this is a warship. This kind of feel uncomfortable in here.
You know, it's
Right.
so hard to do the heel toe thing for the magnet boots when you don't have heels, like normal heels. It's just so weird.
Well, we really got to hit a club next time. You need to be able to dance. Think
I
of this as dancing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, not my preferred dance partners, but this'll do.
Shin starts elegantly dancing and twirling about. Wow, it really works. Hookman, you're a genius. I can only move in swirls, though, so stay out of the way real quick. Oh,
Norton's just back at in the bridge of the Codfather sipping a cup of calf.
Watching this.
I'm just trying to get an image of this in my head, and I'm trying to figure out what... So, Isazel's got the fusion torch, or the plasma cutter, what have you, in hand. What would Hookman have taken? Like a crowbar and Was anyone going really armed?
Shin doesn't use firearms.
I mean, Isacel has like a pistol on her hip, but that's more for looks rather than not her hip on her thigh, but that's more of looks rather than anything.
Yeah, Shin's Shistavainen utility combat knife is like strapped to the outside of his suit, but he doesn't have like a firearm.
All right.
Maybe some sort of like miniaturized Jaws of Life type things, like spreaders for opening doors.
Yeah, I figured Pokemon would have a crowbar and a sidearm.
You guys have a hook?
And, okay,
Is that hook combat
because
ready?
you said that. Well, I was figuring the crowbar more, but he also would have 2 cargo hooks, which
Yes. Why are those sharp?
they stick better.
That's terrifying. I love it.
They're stevedore hooks.
Yeah.
As you're progressing through, the first one, between Hookman and 185, you're able to get the door open pretty easy. Like, it's got some hydraulic lines, a little bit of leverage, it opens. And as you get in, you start seeing battle damage. Like, you can see off to one side what looks to be 2 B1s that have been thrown against the wall and are now clattered on the bottom. There's different carbon scoring around. As you keep going in, you can see where there had been some electrical issues in that, but just right now, all power's off. The only lights are coming from the suit helmets, any lights that are strapped to your wrist or something like that, and from the head of your load lifter, 185. 185's got the huge hollow sensor in the middle, and then off to the side has a powerful searchlight that's right next. And otherwise, it is absolutely dark. There is no light whatsoever otherwise. Every now and then, like as you're scanning around looking, there is some stuff that reflects, but nothing is on. Like, there's no power for anything.
Spooky.
Okay, everyone, spread out, look around. Let's see if we can find ourselves a hyperdrive engine.
What? Shouldn't there be signs leading to engineering?
I mean, probably, but it might be in binary, and I don't speak binary.
Me neither.
know what?
Norrin.
Looks over towards L1, just like, let's stay close to L1 so we can ask Norrin what they say.
Having fun, Norrin? Aren't you so glad you got to stay on the ship?
Thank you for listening to this episode of Heroes of the Hydian Way. You can find show updates at linktree/The Hydian Way. And you can find me, Ben, on the socials at Deuterium Ice.
You can find me, Erica Goodwitch, on a multitude of FFG-based podcasts as detailed on Linktree/Erica Goodwitch.
You can find me, Zach, on the Tales of the Outer Rim podcast, Linktree/Tales of the Outer Rim, and a season of Tales from the Grey Library.
And you can find me, Henry, everywhere as @SimDisorder, with one Y and one I in that order.
And we are all at thehydianway.com, where you can find previous episodes and previous seasons. You can find more episodes on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Plus, you can help us out by rating, reviewing, and please subscribing.
You can holocom us at heroes@thehydianway.com, and you can find merch at tpublic.com/user/thehydianway.
If you like what we do and want to support the show, you can find us at patreon.com/thehydianway.
Or you can send the team some calf at kofi.com/thehydianway.
All right, and XP. So, normal thing, 10 XP on the night, and y'all have 5 to give to other people for high spots.
Norrin. I'm giving 5 to Norrin. She will discover my secret one day, and she will never tell.
They.
I'm sorry, they. I apologize. I apologize. They will never tell.
I'm also gonna give it to Norin for that perfect sign, like right at the end.
I'm torn between Shen and Izazel, because Shen, just the general like over suspicious behavior over like yeah, everything's perfect, everything's fine, Aziz, don't leave a paper trail. But then also Izazel with the the keeping up of like the crush on Norin, which is great.
I've gotten 2 before, so go ahead and give it to Issa. That way, you know, it kind of evens out. That was fun. I had a blast. It says D1's offline. Is it supposed to be offline?
Oh no!
You know, D1 is much nicer to me than Dice Maiden is.
D1 and I have a very rocky relationship, but I think it's mostly good, right, D1? Alright, D1 can't hear us, everyone. It's offline. Keep everything out now.
Something about a half load of a freighter being demagnetized over Sereno being the last straw.
Oh no. No. Is that the Bad Batch? The Bad Batch?
That's the
thing?
Bad Batch.
Okay. That's what I was like, oh no! Oh, that's awesome. I knew he was in some sort of cargo accident. I did not remember the specific details. That's great. I have a bad feeling about this. I don't like Minox. They're gross.
Drink.
You know, I think it would be hilarious if that the load lifter doesn't have audio sensory, just visual.
We're all just looking at you, like waving and like saying stuff, and he's like, I don't know what you're saying.
I mean, okay. I figured everyone would have open comms, but yeah,
There's
I
that.
can go with that.
But they're
is
talking. They don't have the comms on. They're talking directly to A1.